Susan, how you doing today?
I'm doing good. How you doing?
Doing pretty good. Come on and sit down. How was your day going so far?
My day is good. I wanted to come in and talk to you just about some career stuff and
Okay.
and see, what my prospects are of getting into a clinical psychology program.
Okay. Yeah, I see that you want to get into a PhD program in clinical psychology. It's interesting because you have a bachelor's in communications and a master's in fashion design. What kind of got you interested in, wanting to be a clinical
Well,
psychologist?
my interest in psychology, it goes way back. I really just love the field of clinical psychology,
Mm-hmm.
and I always wanted to be in clinical psychology, but I never thought that I would be able to do it. I just, I had other interests and I wanted to do a lot of different things, but as I've worked my own thrift shop and
Mm-hmm.
everything and sold vintage clothing. Now I want to get into the field of clinical psychology. So, based upon my undergrad GPA and my grad GPA, I had a 3.5 and a 3.7.
Right.
So I was thinking that, it should be an easy transition into being a clinical psychologist. All I need to do is, do 5 years for my PhD because I
Right.
watched one of your videos and I found out that, they're about 5 years. And
Yeah.
so, I'm ready to, make that transition.
Well, would that really sounds good, Susan. I'm glad that you are now interested in trying to do a career shift. Um, where you may run into some trouble is that you don't have a counseling, therapy, social work, psychology
Well, well,
background. So,
I feel like I do have a foundation in, psychology, because, or at least counseling, because, I counsel people on, their outfit and how to look cute. And, people would come up to the cash register and I would counsel them on, if they didn't have enough money, then they
right.
need to go get a better job. And, so that's financial counseling and stuff like that. So I feel like I have, at least a little bit experience counseling people. That should count.
Well, yeah, that that really wouldn't count, because you're not. I mean, you're not licensed. You're not offering anything that would fit into a counseling, psychology,
Well, you
social
know
work.
what? I feel like I have some clinical counseling experience because I would have, some customers come up to me and ask me why my prices were so high. And I had to tell them, listen, my prices are high because this is quality fabric, this is quality clothing. And I felt
Right.
like me sitting there explaining to them that my clothes were quality.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that was clinical counseling. I feel like I could, I mean, because some of those conversations went on for about an hour because they couldn't understand why my prices were so high, and I feel like that was clinical counseling to them. I mean, I should have been charging them for even sitting there talking to them about my counseling. I
Yeah.
mean, I'm sorry, my clothing. See, I feel like a counselor. Even just explaining this to you, I feel like a counselor.
Yeah, Susan, I can understand that, and I definitely know that when it comes to prices and things like that, it can definitely feel like you have to counsel customers. They wouldn't really accept that, as experience in counseling or psychology. Schools want to see that you really have a foundation. That's having a degree in one of those fields. That's working in one of those fields in order to get into a
Well,
PhD program.
I don't know about all that because when I was looking at some programs,
Uh huh.
they said that they'll take life experience as a precursor for getting into the program.
Really? And what PhD program was
It
that?
was um it was Glow Clamp University.
Glow Clamp.
It's an online program. It's like I think 30 hours, and then I can get my PhD. I don't even have to do a dissertation.
Really? And is that an accredited school? Are they regionally accredited?
Um, well, well, I think so. I think they said that they were accredited. I think so.
Okay. Well, I mean, you're more than welcome to apply to Glow Clamp University. I haven't heard
Yeah,
about the
you know
program.
what? Because you sitting over here trying to dissuade me
Well, ma'am,
from
I'm not.
being a clinical psychologist.
Well,
Like, shouldn't you, as a counselor, as a career counselor, shouldn't you be helping me and encouraging me to step into a brand new field, especially considering that you're in this field? Why are you trying to dissuade me from being a clinical psychologist?
well, I definitely don't want to dissuade you at all, but we need to do some, things that will help you to actually get into one of these programs.
No,
What?
you know what? It don't even matter.
Well, wait a minute.
I'm just gonna go apply for Glow Clamp and do my 30 hours and
Okay.
do my internship and be done with it
Well,
because I'm gonna be a clinical psychologist
and I
with or without your help. Thank you. Bye
okay. Well,
bye.
wait, Susan. Susan.